Hey guys. So this is video 2 of the Christmas journals that I'm going to have available in my Etsy shop this Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time. And I'm just doing that so, you know, several people will have a chance to look at the video. And if you want one, you know, then you've got a little bit of time. I usually just put them in the shop, post the video, and then just, you know, let it go. But this time, and it's also because I got other things going on, so it depends on how long it takes to get the videos loaded and so forth and so on. So I'm hoping, today's Thursday, September the 10th, so I'm doing the videos today, and I hope I'll be able to get them to load tomorrow, and then the listings I'll have finished up and have them ready for 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time Saturday morning. So it's kind of a time constraint, or a time thing with me this time. Anyway, all that babbling. So these are the other 3 that I've done. So there's the Little Cowboy's Christmas, okay, which is a wonder book. And then there's Christmas Songs and Stories, which is also a little wonder book. And then we have Rudolph. So I'm going to go through Rudolph first, which is a little golden book. And you can see he's got some wear. I have not sealed these. You know, I have not done anything to the covers except try to clean them up as best I could. And, you know, I love Rudolph's one of my favorites. These are 3 of my favorite little books, little Christmas golden books that I've done so far. I think they turn out really cute, and I hope you guys like them. And let me give you just some basics. So, you know, these are all pretty much, wonder books tend to be a little bit smaller than golden books, but these actually are about the same size because these are older. These are from the 50s. And because of the rarity of these little wonder books, the price is a little bit different, okay? And they were in such good shape. So, anyway, just that being said, just be aware of that. Now my little scrappy ties are gonna fray for a bit, you know, until you've used them, you know, a while, and got all those little fray things off of there. But so let's go through Rudolph. Now this is a 1980 copy, but it really looks a lot older because it was definitely loved, okay? Here's a little tie, and I actually used, I had a few little scraps of this little Santa, and I believe I got that from Brooke at Recreations by Brooke a while back, and I had a few little pieces of that left. And then I actually have some Rudolph fabric, so I put some of that on there, some snowflake, some ticking and gingham, just, you know, random pieces on the tie. This is a pretty long tie. It will wrap and tie all the way around. You can use it as the closure, or you can use it as tabs in your book. You will get a nice little pack of extra fabrics. This is a really cool, in each one of these packs, everybody's gonna get a piece of this Santa Claus fabric. You're gonna really love that when you open it up. That was a vintage tablecloth that I purchased from my favorite store a while back. I found it, I snagged it. It's really cool fabric. Make great for pockets or tags and stuff. And then there's other paper things in here. And there is a vintage Christmas card. I did clip these into the minis, but in each pack of extra goodies, in the other journals for the snowmen, and then for all 3 of these, your vintage Christmas card and envelope from the 40s is in your extra pack, okay? But there's a lot of fun little goodies in here, and I'm not gonna take those out because I want that to be a little surprise for you if you purchase a journal. So Rudolph is 1980. There's 5 signatures. There's 88 pages times 2, so that's 176 pages. That includes the entire story. You get the scrappy tie. You get the extra pack. I put the book corners on the edges of all 3 of these books, just to give them, you know, some sturdiness. And they're all, you know, they were all in decent shape, but I like adding that touch. And then there's the charm. So on Rudolph, so there's this vintage red button, and I believe this came from Renee over at GT Designs. And then there's these little dice that came out of an old Chinese checkers game. And what I tried to do was make it so you would see the 25, you know, for Christmas. But either way, you know, they're fun. You know, they're game pieces, so they're fun for Christmas. And then there is a vintage light bulb on each charm that is tied very tightly with wax linen thread. It should not come off, okay? And then there are, you know, you've got a vintage jingle bell, you've got beads and buttons and all kinds of fun stuff on the charm, okay? That is attached to the book. Now all the little threads are kind of tied up in there. All right, so in Rudolph, make sure I'm in frame, move this out of the way. So for Rudolph, I put pockets, okay, on the inside and the back cover, okay? And I signed Rudolph right here. Just because I love this, I had this fabric, and then I kind of backed it with the little red gingham. I just thought it went really cute in this book. The other two have images on the inside. I didn't want to cover those up. This did have some writing in it. But here's Rudolph. So you can see it's a flexible spine. The book will lay very flat. When you're working in it, you can clip it and work in it. So here's the first page. All the pages are stitched in. And the original copyright for this was 1949, and this is a 1980 printing. So I'm just gonna flip. You can kind of see I have the same sort of elements, and I apologize for my light. I'm losing my daylight, so I'm having to use my lights in my room, and I have a shelf right up here that kind of blocks and it shades my light, but hopefully you can see well enough. This is another one of those pages from the Mercer Mayer book that called Merry Christmas, Mom and Dad. Love this little book. Love this little guy. Always trying to wrap and do stuff. So I also put the pockets. These are made from music paper. I did the stuffed pocket in here that you can just clip in. You can tip it in later. There's a bunch of stuff stuffed in here, extra little goodies. Not gonna go through all that. I'll let that be a surprise. But there's a lot of fun stuff in there. And then on this clip, I used ribbon and twine and the little snowman. Okay, so that just clips your little pocket in place. There are buttons in the middle of each signature. Most of these are vintage. Some of the colored ones may be a little bit newer, but they're not new buttons. So I did put some pages, as you can see, from other kids' books. But I put a lot of, you know, writing pages in here, and then the full book is also in here, stitched in, okay? Put some clear plastic sleeves throughout these books. This is some vintage wrapping paper. Little buttons in the way. I'm really, really happy with how all these journals turned out. I've been working on them for, you know, over a month now. If you've been following along with me, you know that all my videos for the last month have been Christmas. Are y'all gonna be tired of Christmas before it gets here? I hope not. So I put a little, a little slide protector sleeve full of goodies in here. And you'll see how I stitch that around there. I think I showed you guys in the video how I did that. Tons and tons of space. Lots of fun stuff. pretty buttons, vintage music, calligraphy. I love this book. I love the illustrations in Rudolph, and I love the colors. Such really pretty coloring in that book. This is the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. This is vintage. This is from the 20s. Here's some more vintage wrapping paper, which is really pretty. It's like a craft, a lightweight craft, but it's heavy duty enough, you know, it's pretty sturdy. Some more of the little printables from KB and Friends. This particular plastic sleeve I did not cut down like I did in the Snowman books. I kind of cut them down to fit at the top. This kind of pokes out a little bit, but I didn't mind that. I left it like that. And just put you some fun things in here. Other side of that wrap. And the vintage Christmas paper. And then here's a little pocket I put in here, and the little paper clip that I made for this one. And then that is the back. So there's plenty of room in here. You can see there's plenty of room to grow. And this is a very flexible spine, okay? Lots of fun. Love Rudolph. So that is Rudolph, okay? I'm gonna set him aside. And I really like the way the little charms turned out on these two. I thought they're super fun and really Christmassy. You know, especially using the little bulbs and the vintage jingle bells. And then on this one, I put one of my little stars. I did the little dice. You know, so the 2 and the 5 would be there, but anyway, they're still fun. There's another little bulb on here. This is not vintage. This is one I picked up at Hobby Lobby. There's some beads on here that were gifted to me from Sweet Peggy Fitzmaurice. Thank you, Peggy. I haven't shared that Happy Mail that she sent me yet. I'm going to, but I did go through some of those things already. And I've actually used some of the beads and things that she sent me, a bunch of old jewelry and stuff like that. And I've pulled out some things that I actually used in these books. So here's the little goodie pack. Okay, there's your card. Bunch of fun stuff in here. Here's the tie for this one. You know, and I try to keep, like I said before, I try to keep colors, like sort of tones and colors that go with what the book, you know, sort of what the book has. So here's the tie on this one. Lots of fun stuff. Very, very long tie. And it's going to continue to do that. Fray a little bit till it gets down to the stitches. Now, I really love this little book. Look at this little Cowboy's Christmas. So this is the one I showed you before that I had started just to use this one piece of fabric, but I really wanted kind of that more Christmas cowboyish look. So I did these other little pieces on here. Now, I had thought about adding some buttons down here. You can go in and tie some buttons if you want to. I just didn't, but I did add the book corners. I didn't want to add too much, you know. Didn't want it to be too bulky. You've already got the big charm, the big chunky fun charm. And, you know, very flexible spine. And again, lays really flat. Get the charm out of the way. They lay really flat. But this little book is so cute. And the pages, you know, it's already, I mean, it was just, there was no damage on the inside. I couldn't believe it. So it says, this is my Wonder Book. So you can put your name in here or whoever you want to gift it to. You know, my stitching got a little bit cankered up. It's handmade. This is 1951. There are 5 signatures in this, 90 pages times 2, plus your scrappy tie, the charm, the book corners, and your extra little goodie pack. And just the fact that this is just a precious, precious little book. And these pages are thicker. They're nice pages, and look at him. He's so cute. And it says, to Lawrence David, who finally got his white horse. So this was dedicated to someone. So I used different style scrapbook paper in here, just to kind of go with more of that country, you know, country cowboy sort of theme. So this is from an Ideals magazine. This has more of that sort of yellowish, you know, the yellowish polka dot. This is a, oh my gosh, what's the paper line? I can't remember. Canvas core paper line. So it looks really vintagey. And then all the book pages are in here. I stitched them in. I may have flipped one or two around because of the image. I think I may have done that with one page, but the whole story's here. He's just so cute. And then I put, you know, other things in here that are whimsical and fun. So it's a mixture. It's a mixture of things. Tea-dyed paper. The little plastic sleeves. Some more of that vintage wrapping paper. And this is from a vintage Christmas magazine that Chastity sent me a while back. I used a couple of pieces of that in here. I thought they were really cute. I thought they went well with this book. Made little pockets here and here. Buttons. And the signatures. And I used this page. I thought it was really cool because that looks like a little guitar ornament. You know, looks just real country looking. It's just a really, really cute little book. Really cute little story. Here is the little pocket that I made in here with the tag, and it's just clipped in so you can move it around. Other side of the wrapping paper. There are a couple of Richardson pages in here because it was like farm scenes. So I put those in here. I thought they were really cute. So you've got like the turkey and the pig and the horse, and there's little chicks. Here is the pocket, the Joey DeFee stuffed pocket. So you can see there's a lot of fun stuff in here. And these were made, this particular one was made out of some recipe pages. So I try to use things that, it's called Dandy Dixie Bake, like things that were sort of, you know, Yankee red flannel hash, that were sort of country. I do think about that. I don't always, you know, I always really worry about that when I'm doing a journal, but here's your little paper clip with this snowman. And he just clips, this just clips in here, which is a little tricky. It's giving me a hard time. Here, we'll clip them on this side for now. Back in frame. Some vintage ledger. Some more of the Richardson. It was like a barnyard Christmas story in that book. Some vintage music paper. And then more of the canvas core paper. Love the little truck, you know, and the little tractor and the ice skates and stuff. It's really neat. Yeah, this was called The Secret Ride. Here's another sleeve, plastic sleeve. Another piece of the magazine. I thought it was cute because the little toolboxes look like, or like the little lunch boxes look like barns, and here's like a little barn. And then more Richardson. Here is the little paper clip for this one. This has kind of got a little bit more country feel. It does not have the little jingle bell on it, but I thought it went well in here. So you can move that wherever you want to, but the colors really go with this book, in my opinion. So here he is riding his little horse. Yeah, canvas cords. This is Farmhouse Holiday. And I left that up there. You know, you could cover this part up and just leave the Farmhouse Holiday. You know, put something up there. Yeah. I love this little book. I thought about keeping this one. There's several of them I thought about keeping for myself, but I just cannot. I can't keep them all. And then I signed this one back here. But you see how good a shape, you know, how good a shape that was in there and in the front. I just didn't want to cover any of that up. Okay. So that is a little Cowboy's Christmas. Okay, that and the little goodie pack. And last but not least for now is this one. And I have all these little pieces everywhere. So this is Christmas Songs and Stories. Here is the little goodie pack for this one. And then here is the charm. So it's got the little star, the jingle bell, beads. I put the little green vintage bulb, light bulb. These I picked up at my favorite store too, Susanna's Antiques. And I've got some I want to paint. Like I want to put like little snowman faces on them, but I just haven't gotten to that point yet, maybe. But I just thought they looked really, really cute on here. Anyway, so that's the charm on that one. And then this tie I used red. I had some red fabric left over from some cotton shirts. It's not a knit shirt, but it's like a cotton fabric. So I put red on the back of this one just to do something a little different, and just a mixture of this same sort of little scraps, okay, on the tie. And this has the flexible spine as well, very flexible. I added, just so you know, I added pom-pom trim in here, so you could put, you know, pom-pom trim on the edge of a page or on the edge of the book if you wanted it. Just kind of give you some, you know, leeway with what you want to do, you know, with it. I believe I did seal this one. There is a light scratch, just a disclaimer right here, just so you know that that's there. These books were, I'm sure these books were loved, but they weren't as well loved as some of them. They're certainly well aged, but they were taken care of. So this particular book is from 1953, and there are 5 signatures. 96 pages times 2 gives you 192 pages. That includes the story. So this is just Christmas Songs and Stories. So I really could have taken this apart and used these pages in so many other books, but I didn't want to do that. I really liked this book, and same elements, same sort of elements, more like Rudolph, the colors and the papers and stuff. There are the clear sleeves in here, but as you can see, I added a lot of fun things in here, but I did not do a ton of embellishing because I just wanted to give you things to do your own thing with. Like, so here's one of the stories that's Santa Claus's surprise, and this one back here is the bride doll and the drum. And here is your little pocket with the little girl carrying the packages, and the little tag. And this has got vintage lace and doilies on it. I think this is so cute. Oh, Silent Night on the other side. Here is the paper clip for this one, with the little beads in the jingle bell. Spot's Christmas present. On the other side of that is a little town of Bethlehem. So I put all the pages to the book in here. This was another page with sugar cookie information in that from that magazine. And then I just folded it up and kind of made like a little tuck. This paper is not super strong, so just be careful with that when you, if you decide to use it as a pocket. This is also vintage wrapping paper. Vintage ledger. The other side of the Christmas cookie. I thought this was so pretty. I've never tried to make these cookies, magic window cookies. Y'all ever tried that? I have boys, so you know, I wasn't ever gonna spend like a ton of time making really pretty cookies for them to gobble them up in like, you know, 2 seconds. So I just, you know, I always stuck with the pretty simple chocolate chip cookies and stuff, and they would eat them faster than I could make them when they were younger. More vintage music paper. Now that I have girls though, you know, granddaughters, they may want to try to do stuff like that. So here's the stuffed pocket in this one, and you can see it's filled with lots of goodies. And this one also has recipes. This came from a recipe book, the pages for that. And then here's the paper clip with the snowman and the ribbon and the twine that just clips this in. I'm just really happy with how these came out. I hope you guys like them. I hope they find their forever home. Look, the surprise in Johnny's stocking. These are just beautiful, beautiful books. The Wonder Books. There's that other vintage wrap. Some little sleeves with some fun stuff in there. Okay, and I thought, okay, yeah, I did. Okay, just so you know, there is your, in this goodie pack, you get the little slide protector with the goodies in there. In both of these that didn't have them in the book, they're in your little pack. You just couldn't see them, they were hiding from you. Okay. And I need to sign this one, so I'll leave this one here. So Christmas songs and stories, and Little Cowboy's Christmas, and Rudolph, and Rudolph. Okay, so thank you guys for your patience with me while I worked on these throughout the month, and thanks for following along with the processes I did share with you, and I will continue to try to do that as I work on the other Christmas journals that I'm still working on. I will do the fabric washi. I haven't done that yet, so that'll probably be next week. I'll show you how I do fabric washi. And I will probably go back and make some. I'll probably include, I don't think I put any of that in any of the little packs, but if I get a chance, I will do that, okay? They're pretty packed full of fun stuff, but I didn't add any of that to it. So I'll try to do that. But anyway, thank you again. And like I said, these will be listed in my Etsy shop Saturday morning at 10 a.m. I think I said 10 a.m. and then I put noon on the last video like a dodo head. But anyway, 10 a.m. Saturday, September 12th, Eastern Standard Time. Love you guys. See you soon.